everyone. So welcome back. Let's just continue what we have left. We have here our given graph. So we have here 410 meters and 210 meters. So our 410 meters is simply the x component, and our 280 meters is simply the y component. Now, we are tasked to look for the value of the angle and for the value of the hypotenuse. So before that, let us review first the three major trigonometric functions. We have cosine theta is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse. We also have the sine theta is equal to opposite over the hypotenuse. And then we have the tan theta is equal to opposite over the adjacent. Okay, so it's written, the three are written here. So let us try to check the given first so that we will know which of these three ang ato ang gamiton. Okay, so let's check. 410 meters is the x component, and this is the adjacent of the angle. I told you last time we should always base how we which is adjacent and which is opposite. We should always base it on the angle. So this side here is the adjacent of your angle, and this is the x component. So let us try to check which of these trigonometric functions ang naay adjacent. So we have the cosine na siya adjacent, and also your tan na pud siya adjacent. The next one is the 280 meters, which is actually the y component. The 280 meters is the opposite of your angle. So let's try to check na pod kung asa ang naay opposite. So sine naay opposite, and then ang tan na apoy opposite. So how are we going to determine kung asa ang angay nato gamiton nga formula? So we have here tangent. Why? Because the opposite and the adjacent are given, and then we're looking for the angle. So we will use tangent. So we have here tan theta is equal to opposite over the adjacent. After that, we have tan theta. When you try to check here again, the x component here is the opposite. Okay, is the opposite. The x component here is the adjacent of the angle. So we can simply change it as the adjacent man na. So we have here the adjacent. We can simply change here into x component, and then yung nasa taas ito yung opposite niya. This is the y component. So again, they refer to the same formula. We simply changed the terms that we use to emphasize that the adjacent of your angle is the y component and the opposite of your angle is the baliktad. To emphasize that the adjacent of your angle is the x component and the opposite of your angle is the y component. Now let us try to let me erase this. Okay. Now let us try to, since we're looking for the theta or for the angle, let us try to get rid of the tan. So we can multiply this side here 1 over tan, and whatever we do on this side, we should always do it on the other side. We multiply this side by 1 over tan, we will also multiply the other side by 1 over tan. Now we can cancel this out because that would simply equal to 1. Okay, so we have here theta is equal to y component over the x component multiplied by 1 over tan. Now in physics and in solving these type of problems, 1 over x is just equal to x negative 1 raised to the power of negative 1, and then 1 over y is just equal to y raised to the power of negative 1. Therefore, if we have 1 over tan, it could be written as tan and then raised to negative 1. And this particular way of writing, we can somehow call it as arc tan. Okay, so our formula now would be theta is equal to y component over the x component multiplied by tan negative 1 or multiplied by arc tan. Or kung ato ni siyang ikuan para mas formal siya, so we have iuna nato siyang sulat. So we have arc tan multiplied by y component divided by the x component here. So our theta now would equal to, substitute na ta, we have arctan. So when we try to go back here, our given y, so that's 280 and our x is 410. So our y is 280 meters. Then let me check again. Okay, tama. And then our x is 410 meters. So we for this particular session, we will use the tail to head method. So we get the quotient of 280 first, so that's 280 divided by 410, and the answer is 0.6829268293. We can cancel out the meters since that would equal to 1. Getting this particular figure, you can simply click shift and then tan in your calculator, and then you click equals, or you hit equal sign. So we have we have this figure, and then you click shift, you click tan, and then you click equals. We have our final answer, 34.33 degrees. So this is now our answer for the value of your angle. So